everybody. Welcome back. I am your host, A2Cade. We are in for a little bit of a treat today. We are going to try out Panzerkampf, a new tank game that is presently in beta. I have played off stream, and I must say it is quite fun. If you are a fan of War Thunder, World of Tanks, Armored Warfare, you name it, this is definitely a game you will want to check out. It's definitely fun, something you'll want to cut your teeth in on. Highly recommend it. I've been having a blast so far. Keep in mind, folks, it is still in beta, so there is some bugs. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Let's have fair expectations here. But patches are upcoming to resolve a lot of issues that have been raised by those of us that are playing the game and testing it out, so to speak. But the potential is huge. I'm a huge fan of the level of fun that I've been having with this compared to World of Tanks. So we'll jump in and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about here. Very simplistic leveling up system, which is very nice. Takes a lot of guesswork out of it. Just it's honestly it's chef's kiss. It is. I mean, if you want a game where you kind of have that level up ability like World of Tanks or War Thunder or whatever have you, where you can unlock and progress and all that stuff, if you want to scratch that itch, this game definitely has it. But it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It keeps it very, very simple, where you just basically you upgrade, click to add, and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade, and the mechanic's very easy to follow. I'm not sure if I've got 100% here, so I'm almost 100% maxed out on this tank, so we just need to get a little bit more in the camouflage, but yeah, it's fun. We'll take you into a battle. I've got up to tier 2 unlocked so far, so I'll show you some of the tanks we've got on the American branch of tanks. You start off with the M2A4. Then you progress to the M3A3, then of course to the M3 Lee, M24 Chaffee. Then you go to, of course, hey, everybody knows it. One of the hero tanks, the M4A2 Sherman at tier 5, which is very similar to World of Tanks. It's in on that tier. The Easy 8 variant of the Sherman at tier 6. Then you get the Sherman Jumbo at tier 7. T26 Pershing at tier 8. And the Super Pershing or Pershing at tier 9. They don't have tier 10, which I'm sure they'll come out with later on. One of the sweet things I love about this game is its +1, -1 matchmaking. And for those of you folks who played World of Tanks, +1, -1 matchmaking has been something that we've been asking for forever. You get daily missions where you can get looks like gold, silver you get, so very similar mechanics and kind of layout that you would get in World of Tanks as far as the economy goes and stuff like that. Look at that. See, we get free stuff right away. So, hey, this is a cool thing. interesting thing that they have is you can create an account, but you can't name it until anywhere between 15 and 20 battles in. This is a good thing because then it just avoids spam accounts, or somebody taking your account name, so to speak, or your gamer tag if you've had a gamer tag that you've been playing with forever. So that is a kind of cool thing. And, hey, if you like the game, you're going to play the battles anyway, right? So it's really not that big of a deal, but tons of fun. So very easy mechanics as far as your crew. You can upgrade your crew just similar to, the actual bits and bobs on your tank. So, again, takes the guesswork out. You don't have this, does this commander skill do better than this? Do I need to do that? It's just, no, it's upgrade, very simple to understand. And you go. So we'll select, our tier 2 tank, and we'll get this ready for battle. Now there is there is Soviet and German tanks in here. So your tier 9 is the IS-2. Clicked something by accident. And then you have your IS-1, your T-34-85. Now, mind you, going from tier 9 down. KV-2, 1941 variant, which I'm looking forward to getting into this, just to see if that's the, looks like it's the 152 millimeter derp gun that, I'm a fan of. I'm just hoping it's derp-tastic, but we'll see. KV-1, T-34-76, T-28, T-26, and of course your T-18 to start off. That's for the Soviets. For the Germans, your Panzer Kampfwagen. There, your PZ-2 for number 2. Your Luke or Luch for tier 3. Which is interesting because this was tier 4 in World of Tanks, but interesting that they put it at tier 3. I'm not sure if it's got the pew-pew machine gun kind of setup that we all know this tank to have in World of Tanks, but interesting. There we go. We have the PZ-38T, and then we go the Panzer III, of course, Panzer IV. Surprising this comes in at tier 6 and not tier 5, so interesting. Your Tiger tank comes in at tier 7. Your Panther at tier 8, and then your Tiger 2 at tier 9. I'm sure there's going to be, eventually I'm sure they'll probably put in British tanks. So, hey, there's newer, bigger, better things coming along, I'm sure. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's get into the battle, and we'll take a look, and we'll see what's going on. So mind you, it is in beta. So, there are a couple of maps, not like a plethora of maps, but I'm sure more maps will come out. And you're going to get your standard, beta issues, connecting to matches, stuff like that. Yesterday when I was playing this offline, every once in a while we kind of had to Alt F4 the game and then jump back in and kick off. But we seem to be doing pretty good thus far. So the movement mechanic is pretty much identical to World of Tanks and War Thunder, WASD, and of course your shift on the left hand side to zoom in, left click to shoot, all that good stuff. And it looks like your right button on your mouse to hold and scope around as well.
Enemy sighted.
Oh. And you'll notice where you aim, your shell goes. Of course, if I could aim a little bit better. But the nice thing is it doesn't have that crazy RNG that World of Tanks has.
Enemy sighted. We're hit. Enemy sighted.
See if we can take him out good.
Enemy sighted. We're hit. We're hit. We're hit.
Now, I haven't tried the equipment stuff yet. I really should try that out. Oh, sorry, dude.
Sighted.
But a cool thing is you can see the penetration and damage values of each shell on screen. So it's not like you gotta, you know, have Aslan's or any other kind of mod. You know, to see that. Like you can see it as you see I'm reloading. You look down at my shells. You can see what the penetration and damage values are. So we got 80 millimeter of pen and 23 millimeter of, or sorry, 23 HP damage. And of course it rewards you for, you know, better aiming. So if you aim good and hit, you know, the proper spots on a tank, you know, crit spots, you get rewarded with bonus damage. If you know, hit armored, heavily armored spots, maybe you won't get as much damage. Which is nice. Because then there's an actual reward for, you know, playing better. So there we go. 1,000 damage, 3 kills, deflected or blocked 638, and look at that score. So we definitely kicked some butt. Now there is premium, which of course, you know, boosts your other stuff, as you can see here. Now you can click battle to battle on, or you can click menu and come on back. So yeah, cool. Let's see here. Okay, well, we will double check. I think I've got this all maxed out. Okay, that's maxed. That's maxed. I think this tank I've got maxed out. It's the tier 1 that I don't. Okay. So yeah, this tank's maxed out. So we're working on trying to upgrade to the M3 Lee. Okay. So we will carry on. Now, the thing I like is it seems like it's, you know, realistic tanks that you would actually find on the battlefield. And it looks like they're using, you know, realistic numbers and stuff like that as far as, you know, armaments, etc. Just seems a little bit more realistic than, you know,
Forward.
World of Tanks that just seems to come up with some random oddball tanks that, you know, weren't even blueprint ideas.
Enemy sighted. We're hit.
Damn it. Uh,
Enemy sighted. Enemy tank destroyed. We're hit. Enemy tank destroyed. We're hit. Enemy sighted. Enemy tank destroyed.
I do like the modeling on the tanks. When you're causing damage, you can actually see the shell holes. I think that's a nice touch.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Enemy sighted. Our fight is over.
There we go. 6 tanks, 13, 26 in damage. Blocked over 1,000 damage. So, yeah, we definitely kicked butt there. We got the Tank Killer Award, awarded for scoring the highest number of kills in a battle. So, that was a hell of a battle. VIP credits for your first victory of the day. Nice. Okay. Purchase the M3 Lee. And as you can see, very, very easy mechanic. You spend silver and it shows you the percentage as you go up. Your commander affects your view range, loader, reload time, gunner accuracy, radio operator, your signal range, driver, obviously, mobility and maneuverability. Firepower, obviously, we all know. Protection, of course. Mobility, camouflage. Camouflage, obviously, if you don't know, camouflage is kind of a counter effect to the commander view range. So right away we start off with 81 millimeters of penetration with 50 HP of damage. HE shells, 23 millimeters of pen, 85 damage. Shows your shell velocities. Here's your crew repairs, first aid kits. Here's your repair kits and your fire extinguishers. So again, very similar to World of Tanks. Should be very, very easy for you to adapt and go back and forth if that's what you choose. Okay, so let's see here. And as you can see, as I'm upgrading, you can see the reload speed improving. Okay, we'll get all these guys up to at least 1 star. If we can, money-wise, we should be able to. See. Camouflage is a little bit more expensive. As you can see, the damage goes up as we improve the firepower. One thing you'll definitely want to lock in is click on your ammo and click automatic resupply. Just saves you on running out of ammo and then all of a sudden you accidentally load into a battle with no ammo. Which would be, pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend it. So make sure you turn that on so you're good to go. Okay, and then of course you have your experience and rank progression, and as you proceed up ranks, you get different insignia and you will get different rewards and bonuses and such. So there you go. Okay, let's go back to tier 1, finish off this tank. Okay, it says on top. That might be a bug. Because I think this one was fully upgraded as well. I think that's a bug. So we were fully upgraded on the tier 1 and the tier 2, so now we're just working on the tier 3. Okay, so let's see here. 50. Okay, we'll get this to 2 star. Try to even it out as much as possible. And the armor protection is, I mean, you can see it gives you HP. So, and then speed for maneuverability. So like I said, very, very easy mechanics to kind of figure out. Okay, we're going to save some silver because we don't want to... there we go. So we completed our daily missions or daily orders for today. Very simple, easy to do. I like that because then it's not like, oh, you've got to sink, you know, like what it feels like 800 hours in the game just to, you know, complete your dailies, which is, you know, honestly, it's a breath of fresh air. This is like, honestly, like playing this to other games. This is just kind of like, honestly, it's fun. It gives you that scratch to that tank battle kind of itch if you have it. But you know, fun so far. So yeah. And like I said, I do like the upgrade mechanics being as easy as they are. Like everything is just seems so intuitive, so easy. It's just, it's like a no-brainer. You don't have to stress about things. You don't have to worry too much about things. You just click and go. Stang, what's going on? How's it going, buddy? Let's get where is it? Bum bada bum 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 bum.
Let's go.
Get the we'll get the link posted shortly on how you can get this game and play it for yourself. For those of you that haven't, it is presently free to play. It will be on Steam. So yeah, definitely, you know, get in, give this a check, and you know,
Enemy sighted.
see if it's something that you enjoy. I would recommend it.
Enemy sighted.
One of the tips I will tell you though is well, a couple. One, adjust the volume when you first get in. The game audio can seem to be a bit loud. Second thing I'd advise you to do is turn VSync off. That's just something the devs presently recommend.
Enemy sighted.
And that could change later on.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
It's not really busting through my armor, which is good.
Target destroyed.
Oh, I'm hitting a dead tank, am I? Yeah. Oh, you knocked my commander out. How's it going, Sang? Now there's no ramming damage presently. Doesn't mean that that won't change. But right now it's more of a mechanic that you can use to kind of bully your opponents and kind of push them into situations that maybe they don't want to be in. Sounds like somebody's shooting out fireworks. Oh, there we go. We got a win. Over 1,000 damage, 680 blocked, and 4 kills. So, yeah, we're kicking butt and taking names. So, there we go. So, what's new, Stang? What's going on? Are you enjoying this still? Okay, so we've upgraded those to 2s. Everything else is 3. Okay, let's pump these up. And again, very simplistic, very easy. Trust me, this is something that like Mrs. Cade would like love because it's just easy. There's no guesswork. It's not like, you know, what do I upgrade? What am I doing? It's just easy. Okay, can we? Yeah, you know what? We might as well go for it. Okay, so we're out of money there. Okay, so now we'll battle in, get some more. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, and let's see here. Paste. Okay, there's the link. Okay, the link is also posted at the top. As I said, free to play. Download it, give it a shot. It's not a big game file, so you know, don't worry. It's not gonna, you know, bust your hard drive as far as storage space. I don't think it's you know, graphically demanding, nor CPU demanding. For those of you that might have older PCs or hardware, you know, you should be good to go. Somebody's firing out fireworks again in this game. Well, somebody's pushing me. Typical M3 Lee handling, like a tank destroyer. Hey, another cool thing, folks, is no arty. Oh, I missed him. Come on.
Target destroyed.
Ah, smashed into the dirt. Oh, nice shot. Somebody hit him for 78.
Target destroyed.
He got a little excited. Squeezed off too early. Oh, that guy got blown up to oblivion.
Conquered.
There we go. 5 tanks. Just shy. Just shy of our previous 1,000 damage, but, you know, still not bad. We're racking up the kills. Okay, let's, ooh, 14,000 to finish that upgrade. That is quite a bit. Okay. These upgrades are getting expensive. But in we go. And the cool thing is if you guys want to get in on the same battles, unfortunately they don't have
Let's go.
I don't think they have platoons or clans just yet. But that is incoming. From what I'm told. But very easy to kind of get in the same game with people. Realistically, +1, -1 matchmaking, not that hard.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
Dude, you're in my way.
Enemy
Can't help you if you're in my way.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, that just missed him. Again, oh, you sneaky little dude.
Enemy tank destroyed. Enemy tank destroyed.
Now, I do like that you don't have the permatrack mechanic. It takes a while to get around. Oh, somebody got blown up. As you can see, going up hills is a little bit. What's this? This is Panzerkampf. It's a new tank game. It's free to play. It's actually quite fun. It's not like World of Tanks, but in a way it is. I mean, it gives you the same. You can scratch the same itch,
Enemy tank destroyed.
but it's not as frustrating. I played this yesterday off stream.
We have conquered.
There we go. Played this yesterday off stream. Played about 16 battles. Was having tons of fun, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I got to stream this. Yeah, so here we are checking it out on stream. Very fun to play. As I was saying, very simplistic as far as the upgrades go. It's not like World of Tanks where you're guessing and debating on what you want to upgrade or how you want to upgrade things. It's just simple. Like, as you can see here, I'm spending silver. Upgrades are very, very easy to understand and gives you clear definitions of what you get as you increase and upgrade. Really, it is a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. So now as far as tanks go, we'll go through them again. You start off with your yeah, I know. I'm hoping they fix it too. I've been reaching out to them hoping. I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is. But yeah, you start off with your M2A4 light tank, go to your Stuart in tier 2, Lee in tier 3, which I'm presently at. You've got Chaffee, Sherman, the Easy 8, the Jumbo, Pershing, Super Pershing at tier 9. I'm sure tier 10s will come. As far as your Soviet tanks go, your T-18, T-26, T-28, T-34-76, KV-1, KV-2, T-34-85, IS-1, IS-2, and your German tanks. Finish off with the Tiger 2. You got the Panther, Tiger 1, Panzer 4, Panzer 3, PZ-38, your Luch, PZ-2, and you start off with your PZ-1, of course. But I like that you have, it seems like they're going to have kind of like, I guess, World War I, World War II era tanks, and then you're going to have modern tanks separate. So you can get a bit of both. So if you're, and again, they only have German, Soviet, and U.S. tanks. I'm sure the Brit tanks will be coming soon. I mean, I would imagine so. But you know, the cool thing is if you wanted to play an Abrams tank, one battle, you can hop in, play an Abrams, jump out, you know, go into the World War II section and play an M4 Sherman if you want, just to kind of see, you know, the difference, or, you know, scratch both itches if you have them. Yeah, but thanks is not really for me though. No, I mean don't get me wrong, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but you know, for people that do like World of Tanks, they're going to find this, as far as the controls go, very, very similar, if not identical. So it'll be very easy to adapt. They're going to like the +1, -1 matchmaking versus +2, -2. You know what I mean? The upgrades and all that stuff, very simplistic, very easy to understand. And you don't have, you know, all that plethora of stuff like you have in World of Tanks, which, you know, is nice, mind you. I mean, it definitely has its pros and cons. But, you know, for those that just want kind of like, you know what, I want to hop into a tanks game, shoot and blow shit up. This is kind of, you know, your thing. You'll definitely enjoy this more than World of Tanks. So it is what it is. I don't understand what happens to you. I've not really come across anyone with the same issue. Oh, the internet. I don't know. The problem that we have here in Canada is realistically there's two ISPs. And unfortunately, they're very big conglomerate organizations that have a monopoly on various aspects. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're either going with one or you're going with the other. And the problem is they know that, so they play off of each other, especially as far as pricing. I mean, Canada realistically pays one of the highest amounts for like data internet in the world, relative to, I mean, if you look at the UK, if you look at, you know, the States, you know, look anywhere else around the world, what you're paying to what you get is just crazy. Now apparently the issue that apparently I'm having is an area issue, which unfortunately isn't something I can just fix at the drop of a hat. And, you know, to be fair to them, even though it's a pain in the ass, I don't think it's something they can fix at the drop of a hat either. I will say in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten more progress out of them than perhaps in the last, 4 or 5 years. I found out that, basically somebody's dug up a distribution line and damaged it. So that's been replaced. They've repaired noise on the line to try and resolve that issue. And so far as an internet reliability aspect goes, we haven't had the stream kind of die out on us because of ISP in a while. I mean, we had that one day, but since I've been in touch with them again back and forth, that's kind of been appears to be resolved. So now it's just trying to figure out, okay, what's the nagging issue that's causing things to kind of behave the way that they're behaving. So I don't know if it's an OBS issue, to be honest with you, or if it's an ISP issue. There's so many variables. It's hard to take into account what it could actually be. I know there is some lingering ISP issues that they're working on. So until that gets fixed and resolved, it's kind of harder to pinpoint. 'Cause I know OBS isn't isn't as, I guess, stream friendly as it can be at times. Especially with, I think since they went from 30.2 onwards, I know there's been, they've had all kinds of buggy issues and stuff like that. So who knows what it actually is, what it could actually be at this point. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it just seems to be one of those things. But, we push through it, and I mean, yeah, it's annoying, to be honest, but at this point it's kind of like, well, what can I do? You know what I mean? And it's odd because I've had several streams where everything's been fine, and then lately the last couple of streams it's come in and sounded like that. So I don't know, and I haven't changed anything. So it's just odd that I haven't changed anything, and it could work one day and then the next day it doesn't. So I don't know what it could be, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Personally, if it was me, I'd probably just turn the damn thing off. It would just piss me off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, if I just turn it off, I'll never know if it's ever fixed, right? So it's kind of like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? Like, you can't see if something's broken if you're not checking to see if it's broken, right? And one of the issues about streaming that a lot of people don't know about, because I mean, let's be honest, the viewers come in, you see a stream, you know what I mean? If everything's going well, you all are just like, oh yeah, hey, cool, awesome. But you don't realize the havoc that can go on in the background when things don't work, and you're trying to figure out how to fix things real time. And a lot of times, I don't know why, but it just seems to be certain, I guess, programs or whatever have you, operate this way where you can't test unless you're live. Like, that's why you'll see sometimes, like, a lot of streamers will just throw up a testing stream just to kind of get everything out, see what works, what doesn't work, and try to bug and troubleshoot that way. Because a lot of it you don't know until you're live. Like, offline, everything seems to run perfect. It can sound good, it can look good, and then you get live, and then all of a sudden, bing bong. Like, it was funny the other night, my mic apparently just decided to mute itself. But when I'm looking at the mic's turned on, everything's fine. I literally had to unplug the mic and then plug it back in, and then it started to work. But I didn't even realize that until like probably 5-10 minutes into the stream. So the complete start of my stream opening, I'm sitting there and all you just see is like, and no sound coming out. So it's just lip movement and no sound. And I'm like, oh, great. Pro streaming experience. But, it is what it is. It's one of those growing pains. And at this point, I don't shy away from it. It's frustrating, but it's funny at the same time. I just, I take it with a grain of salt and just be like, okay, you know what? What else? At this point, it's kind of like, okay, what else is going to go wrong? And it's, I don't know. part of me laughs at it because it's kind of like, okay, if it was somebody else, I would kind of laugh and be like, geez, man. But when it happens to you, it's frustrating, and it's stressful, you know what I mean? Especially as a small streamer. I mean, I could even imagine if you were like a bigger streamer and you had more people viewing, it would definitely like drive you up the wall. But it's frustrating, for me, because I want to put on a good stream. I want quality. I want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to be interactive. I want this channel to grow. I want the community to grow. There's a lot of things that I want, and it's just like, okay, I got to remember, okay, there's only so many hours in the day. There's only so much I can physically and mentally do, and just to take it one step at a time. You know what I mean? Do what I can do and go from there. And, sometimes you're going to stumble, and sometimes things aren't going to, work, and things are going to break. It is what it is. I mean, case in point, we had the SSD failing, and that caused power issues in our PC. And every time I looked around, everything was like, oh no, it's your power supply, power supply, power supply. Nobody ever put it was an SSD that could be failing. That was the problem. Like, I found one obscure article, and I'd pretty much gotten to the point now. I'm like, okay, if it's not this, then you know what? I'm tossing the whole PC, and if I get back to streaming, I do. If I don't, I don't. That's pretty much where I was at that point. So luckily, in a way, luckily, it was the SSD that needed to be replaced. We did that, and we kind of got back to streaming. But then again, we went from everything being perfect and running on 4K streams to where we are now, and not knowing what the issue is, like what happened, beyond obviously forcibly having to upgrade to a different version of OBS, Windows updates, stuff like that. So it is what it is. Yeah, technology. Yeah, it is what it is. They don't. So start. You look like a lemon. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's technology. Nobody builds things to last anymore. Nobody builds things to work properly anymore. The days of, you get something, you plug it in, and it's simple, it works, are over. Now everything's so damn complicated. I mean, case in point, look at this. You try to go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, shit, it's like, get the app for this, get the app for that. Like, everything's app based now. It's just, it's annoying. But, it is what it is. Let's see here. Well, if you're not having a problem, you're not streaming, right? Well, see, there you go. That's kind of the way I look at it. We've had periods where, like, and you've been here for them. Like, I mean, we've had periods where we were streaming in 4K, and, everything was working perfectly, and we were flying, and everything was like wonderful and fantastic. And then all of a sudden, just boom, you get kicked down a peg, and you gotta get up, dust yourself off, and, get back on the horse and climb, and, keep riding, climb that mountain, keep pushing forward, whatever analogy works for you, right? I mean, that's just kind of what you got to do. And unfortunately, we are where we are now, and it's frustrating. Like, I mean, it kind of made me laugh because literally, like, I remember within the last couple of streams, like just with Blurp by itself, things were going good. We're going to get ads in about 20 seconds. Sorry about the short notice, folks. For those of you that aren't subscribed, I do apologize. But hey, if you've got a Prime sub, smash it in. If you're so kind and generous, feel free to sub. It's the perfect ad blocker, and it goes right to the streamer, and the streamer gets a better percentage than if you use Turbo. But it is what it is, because Turbo relies on ad revenue. But Turbo is good if you watch multiple streamers. So, you know, it's double-edged sword. It is what it is. But yeah, my 4K screen is not getting used to its full attention. Well, yeah, see, there you go, right? But but with Blurp, you know, as I was saying, it was funny because, you know, within the last, let's say 10 streams, you know, give or take, it would, to me, I laugh at it now, thinking back on it, because it's like, okay, you know, we had 2-3 streams in a row where everything was working perfectly. There was no lag, everything, you know, the stream was rocking, everything was, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay, we're back, we're getting there, right? And I was just starting to thinking, okay, hey, maybe, you know, we go back to 4K. And then all of a sudden, you know, the next stream, you know, we get the blurp lag again, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, we were just over this. And then I'll connect to a battle while we're chatting here. You know, it just, you know, reared its ugly head again, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Come on. And then, you know, the next stream, boom, you know, it was working, and then it lagged in the same stream, and then it worked again in the same stream, and it was just kind of like, okay, you throw your hands up. It is what it is. I mean, it's frustrating. I do feel bad, you know, as a streamer, because, you know, like, there's, you know,
Let's go.
the sound alerts and stuff like that. I put that stuff in there for you guys, the viewers. And, you know, like, I know there's so many streamers out there that it's bits for this. It's, you know, like, every time you turn around, it's, you know, somebody's in your pocket, right? So, you know, I try to make it as free to play as possible here. You know, hindsight, mind you, I mean, it probably hurts me financially, you know, to do that, but I'm like, okay, well, I want you guys to have fun, you know. I don't want it to be like, oh man, like, you know, it's just about money, because, you know, yeah, it would be nice to be able to afford to do this, you know, as a full-time job, and not have to worry about, you know, working per se at a 9-to-5er, and just kind of having this as, you know, something that, you know, pays the bills. What is this guy on my team doing? Is this guy literally like a bot? Right, we're duking it out in the water now, but, you know, going back into what I was saying, it's just frustrating because, you know, like, I try to put in things that you guys enjoy, and, like, I try to, like, rack my brain on what I can do to, you know, to make things, you know, better, more interactive, more fun for you guys, you know. And, you know, when it doesn't work, it's frustrating, you know, or, you know, when things don't hit as well as, you know, you think they would, or you want them to hit. it's just kind of like, okay. So literally this guy here, like I have no idea what is up with this dude. The stress streaming, yeah. Absolutely. You feel absolutely F tonight. 8 hours jogging, walking, fast jogging, walking. Last thing, oh my god, dude. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't imagine it. Okay, let's go in again. I wouldn't imagine it, but you know, it is part of your job to kind of, you know, be in tip-top shape, you know what I mean? So you definitely gotta, you know, keep your cardio up and all that stuff. I mean, it's one of those things, right? At least until you know, you rank up a couple of more spots, then you can you'll get yourself a cushy office job. But then you'll probably hate that you're sitting in an office and not, you know, doing the hands-on stuff. So damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Yeah. It's always something like that.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy tank destroyed.
The tracks are damaged. I can't turn as quick.
We're hit.
Getting bombarded here. Quit burning so I can see the other guy.
Destroyed. Enemy tank destroyed. Enemy tank destroyed.
Damn tracks. I know if I had the repair kit, I'd be a lot
And we have won.
a lot better off. Wow, he's a lot of ammo that round. I was gonna say, it's like close to 30 shots. I assume you found the party that you needed to find. Yeah. Fully maxed. Okay, so the commander's done, loader's done. Yeah, we're not gonna get the gunner, but we'll get there. We're gonna have to go one at a time, it looks like. I can't imagine I had like 7 AP shots left there. If I would have ran out of that, I would have had to have gone with HE. Now, can you imagine if I didn't have the auto resupply of the ammo on and I just clicked in battle? I'd basically have 30 shots and, you know, kind of what I used the last battle for, like this battle, and only 7 shots would be AP and the rest would be HE rounds. Worked an extra 5 hours today. Wasn't going to go home when I know there's a little girl out there. Also needing medical attention. Well, and that's the thing.
Enemy sighted.
You know, I don't think, you know, I don't think there's too many people that would.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Target destroyed.
Just bully these light tanks.
Target destroyed. Enemy tank destroyed. Enemy tank destroyed. Target destroyed. We have conquered.
Got him. That's 5 tanks. Hey, it said 5. It ripped me off. Okay. So it's locked up in battle. Okay, fair enough. So we just got to wait for it to come out, and then we'll be good to go. What's this? What's going on, Jimmy? This is Panzerkampf, a new tank game that is in beta. Controls are like World of Tanks. I will say it's free to play. It will be on Steam. A link is pinned at the top if you want to download it and play it. I will say keep your expectations in check because it is beta, mind you. But, beyond that, similar to World of Tanks as far as controls go, kind of the premise behind it, you're like blowing up other tanks. But I will say a couple of the positives I have noticed about this is +1, -1 matchmaking versus +2, -2 at Watt. The upgrade's very simplistic, very straightforward. You know what you're getting. Takes a lot of the guesswork out. Honestly, it's simple as pie. You spend silver, you upgrade, and it tells you kind of what you're getting, exactly what you're getting. The other cool thing is kind of, where you aim and shoot, that's where your shell goes. It doesn't have this, kind of where you're aimed in and you shoot and you get that, your just shell went off to the shadow realm somewhere. That kind of RNG that Watt unfortunately is known for thus far. But if you like Watt, you will probably enjoy this. It only has German, Soviet, and US tanks presently from tier 1 to 9. So I will show you the American tree, M2A4, M3A3, M3 Lee, Damien Gaming, his favorite tank, of course, which we presently have right now. We've got tier 1, 2, and this at tier 3 unlocked. Your Chaffee at tier 4. Sherman at 5, Easy 8 at 6, Jumbo Sherman at 7, Pershing at 8, and then the Super Pershing at tier 9. And then, of course, your Soviets, tier 9, IS-2, IS-1, T-34, 85, your KV-2, KV-1, T-34, 76, which I think this is more... kind of like the T-34S / T-34 1941-ish, but it's the 1940 version of the T-34 anyhow. T-28, T-26, and then of course your starter, your T-18. Your German tanks, your PZ-1 to start, PZ-2 on tier 2, Luch at tier 3, not at tier 4 like World of Tanks. So interesting there. PZ-38 at tier 4, PZ-3 at tier 5, not your PZ-4 like World of Tanks. Your PZ-4 is at tier 6. You get your Tiger at tier 7, Panther at tier 8, and then your King Tiger or Tiger 2 at tier 9. I'm really hoping if they go tier 10 here, you get the mouse. That would be nice. But if they go from 1 to 9 and that's it, that's cool. Another cool thing is they have, eventually, but it appears they will have one section for, World War II and prior tanks, and then they have another section for modern tanks. So if you're an American tank enthusiast, I'm sure the Abrams will be in the modern tanks, so you can do a battle of that, hop out, hit the World War II section and play a Sherman if you want. So, you know, cool stuff like that. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm having fun with it. I played yesterday with Captain Catastrophe on his stream. I wasn't like, I mean, I was playing with him, but not on his stream kind of thing. But I played this yesterday off stream, had a blast, and I figured, hey, why not stream it today and kind of highlight this and show this off as an alternative to Watt. So for those of you that, you know, might have that Watt drain where you're just like, okay, I can't mentally take, you know, World of Tanks tonight, but you have that tank battle kind of itch and you don't want to do War Thunder, you don't want to do Armored Warfare or, you know, anything, you know, of that. You just want to try something new and kind of have fun. This is definitely a game for you. Gives you that tank battle scratch that you need to take care of your tanking itch. As I said, upgrades, very simple, very easy to understand, very user-friendly interface. Controls are very similar, if not identical to World of Tanks. Your WSAD, you know, left shift to zoom, left click to shoot, right click to lock your turret so you can, you know, kind of look around. You know, big hit for me, +1, -1 matchmaking. I mean, it's good. I will say though, to put your name on your account, it takes anywhere between somewhere between 15 and 20 battles. So you will have to invest time in. You will have to do battles before you can actually, you know, put your name on your account. So I think I got mine in 16 battles, and then I was able to name it, obviously A2K'd, and then, you know, here we are, going about our day. There is kind of a rank progression. We're at level 2 of 4 on the private rank. I think we did about 16, 17 battles straight yesterday. And we've been doing quite a bit today. So we are here. You get daily orders, kind of like daily missions. Very easy to do. You know, once you complete it, come into this section, claim it, you're good to go. In the store, it seems like every day they have kind of like a free offer. It's free here. You take it. And today we got 4 gold. They've got, you know, stuff here you can click into. I mean, it's free to play if you want to. There's premium pass, silver, there's gold, there's special offers stuff here. Yeah, the premium pass, premium tank status, you can buy here. Very simple, tells you exactly what you're getting. Stuff like that. There's 3D skins. Mind you, they are a little expensive, to be honest with you. They are expensive. I'm not going to lie. But it is a free-to-play game. They are in beta. It is still in development. So if you're enjoying the game and you want to, not that you have to, if you want to, you can always purchase this. And I'm sure this goes to help the developers, you know, put some money into their pocket to help them keep developing the game and progress things forward. But, you know, up to you. Not that you have to. But yeah, definitely a fun game. They have your kind of your field bandages, repair kit, fire extinguishers, so kind of like your first aid kit, repair kit, first aid from, you know, World of Tanks. I would click on kind of automatic resupply. You can kind of populate these and put them in, and now they're loaded. One tip I will give you when you start off is click your ammo and click automatic resupply on your ammo, because Trust me, you could just squeeze off a whole ton of ammo and forget to reload it for the next battle, hit battle, and next thing you know, you end up in battle with no ammo. Knock on wood. That hasn't happened to me, but it's very possible to happen. So, just to avoid that frustration for you, so you don't have to Alt F4 because you forgot to load, shells into your tank. Take that tip and kind of run with it. Yeah. We are presently looking into joining the CC clan, our CC, CC clan. Oh my God, the CC program for this game. I know there's a couple of fellow streamers I know who are presently CCs for this game, and we are, here at A2Cades Gaming, we are attempting to. Be one of the select few to be a CC for this game. So that way we could, be a part of it, highlight it and kind of, bring you all the awesomeness that this game potentially has forward. And kind of, be that point of reference for you guys to kind of, give you information on the game, tips, tricks, stuff like that. All the cool stuff that you expect from, CCs. It's kind of like what we're hoping to do. But, kind of hoping to join that select group and hopefully soon we'll be able to announce that we're a CC for this game. So we are trying to hit that goal. But in the meantime, hey, we'll keep playing and have fun just like everybody else. So the mini-map is on our left instead of the right on World of Tanks. Another tip I will advise you is when you get in the game, adjust the volume, because you might find it a little loud for you. Now there's no team damage, and it doesn't appear to have any ramming damage, but you can definitely ram tanks to kind of bully them.
Enemy tank destroyed.
As you can see there, use the weight of our medium tank against these lights and kind of push them around while we dominate. And let's be honest, folks, if I can do really well in this game, I mean, you guys out there should be like killing it in this. Yeah, for a beta, I'm pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you. It does reward aiming. So obviously the better you aim, the more damage you're going to cause per shot. But a cool thing that you will see, and I don't know if you noticed on the shells down there, I'll show you when we get into the garage. It shows you the penetration and damage value of each shell. So it's not like you need Aslins or all that extra crazy stuff to get kind of, info on the fly. It's there for you to see. And like I said, very simple on how to upgrade that stuff. So if you're looking to upgrade the firepower, it's not like, oh, I got to put this gun on. Okay. Well, do I get quicker reload? Do I get better dispersion? Do I get this? Do I get, it's all that mumbo jumbo is taken out. It's just simple. Damage per hit. So okay, I click that button. I'm going from 65. I'm going up. Right? So, that's a cool thing. So here even though we've maxed out at 100%, you can kind of get that little extra on top. Conveniently, they wrote percentage on top, so you can get that little extra cherry on top of your ice cream there for damage or any of the other upgrades. The crew, isn't you can't transfer it at this point. The crew kind of comes with the tank, so you can upgrade it, and it stays with the tank, so it's not like you got to worry. So I can go from my M3 Lee, hop into my tier 1 Stuart, and everything's maxed out, ready to go, just like as if it was my M3 Lee or my tier 2 Stuart. I've maxed everything out. Okay, it's good to go. Ammo's loaded, all that stuff, because I've, hit the auto resupply. So, it's, like I said, very intuitive, so simple. Honest to God, it is a breath of fresh air. Now, tank brigades, I'm sure this is clans. That'll be coming soon. So it's not here yet, but I'm sure that'll come out soon. Same thing as platoons. So if you want to team up with people and kind of, go and wreak havoc together. Unfortunately, they don't have official platoons, but it is so easy to jump into this to match with people presently, at least at this point. So with the +1 -1 matchmaking, it's not that difficult. And if you're playing the same tier and the same branch as somebody, literally you hit battle at the same time they do, and I would say about 98 to 99% of the time you're probably going to be in the same battle as them. So it's very easy for you guys viewing, if you want to jump in with those of us that are streaming it. So, yeah. If there's any other questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll do my best to answer that info for you. One thing I will tell you is when you do come into game, graphics, make sure you're on medium quality, and your VSync, if you have it, turn it off. It just makes life easier for you presently, because, mind you, it's still in beta. They're still testing, still sorting stuff out. So to help you avoid, game crashes and stuff like that, just use those settings. Just make sure life's so much easier. And I will say, every time you come in the game, just double check that the settings are there. Your master volume, like I said, turn it down. It's going to sound a little loud in your headphones when you first kick into it. And in battle, there's a secondary audio that you can control through whatever key you set, but presently it's defaulted to these keys. Your controls, as you can see, very straightforward. WSAD, your ammo here, 1, 2, 3, for AP, APCR, if your tank has it, HE ammo, mini map controls, so you can kind of make it bigger, smaller, you know, all that stuff. Your VSync, if you forget to shut it off, the graphic setting here, when you're in battle, it'll show you at the top VSync on or off. Just hit the V button, you can turn it off, and you're good to go. Field bandages, repair kit, fire extinguisher, 4, 5, 6, just like World of Tanks. Sniper mode, which is zooming in, is your left shift. Again, very easy, similar to World of Tanks. So it's you know, if you've played World of Tanks before, you're really not going to have a problem playing this. So you're good to go. The only thing I will say is apparently you do have to press the buttons a couple of times to activate things. And in a way, it's kind of good because it prevents you from accidentally hitting a button. So if you accidentally hit like the number 3 key and you're like, oh crap, I switched to HE. I didn't want HE right now. You know, I guess they want to make sure that you're sure that you want that shell. So obviously, I think you have to hit it more than once to swap over. So just keep that in mind. If it doesn't click off on the first click, you know, that's potentially the reason. And then, you know, of course, overall, altogether, remember, it's still in beta, folks. So, yeah. Well, you convinced me. I got it downloaded. There you go. I mean, it's like I said, it's free to play. It doesn't cost you anything to try it out and see. You know, if it's not your cup of tea, hey, you can always delete it and move on to, you know, a different game or whatever your slice of tea is. But for a beta, and if you've played World of Tanks, you know, and maybe you're frustrated with World of Tanks, but you still want to play some tank games, you know, this kind of, like I said, this slots in nicely. So, you know, it's worth a shot. Oh, and our M3 still locked up in battle, so we got to wait for that to come out. So, again, it's in beta. It's one of those unfortunate things. But you know what? We'll go into tier 2. We can kick this off because silver, right? So whether we make it in tier 3 or tier 2, doesn't matter. You just make more silver as you go up. Because obviously more damage, more tanks destroyed. You know, it is what it is. But hey,
Enemy sighted.
you get silver wherever you can.
Forward.
And don't worry if the game, you know, locks up on you or anything like that. Just Alt F4 it and then jump back in. You know, it is in beta, mind you, so those things are possible. It can happen. So, you know, try not to sweat the small stuff. Now, mind you, the spotting and obviously, you know, a lot of like the mechanics, like the turret rotation and all that stuff, you know, I'm sure the devs are planning on making it
Enemy sighted.
making it better
Enemy sighted.
and a lot more fluid.
Enemy sighted. We're hit. Enemy sighted.
You hit me in my track. I do like I do like the tank modeling where like you see where you're hitting, you can actually see the holes in the tank. So it's like, you know.
Enemy sighted.
You're taking out my damn tracks.
Target destroyed.
Now, I haven't seen anybody get ammo racked, but I have seen tanks catch on fire, as we just did right there to this poor sucker. But the cool thing is I think you can only do it once. I haven't seen a tank, you know, repeatedly just get set ablaze or repeatedly get, you know, like perma-tracked. Because even if there's track damage, you still have some mobility, which is nice. Because I mean, let's be honest, how many times have we played World of Tanks? You get perma-tracked and you're just like, really, dude? And you might as well just throw your hands up because, you know, you're bing bonged and destroyed.
Our fight is over, and we have won.
Another cool thing is, you know, for those of you that that might not be the biggest fans of artillery, there's no artillery in this game. And like I said, there's that premium time you can get, and as you can see, very similar to kind of WOT premium days. You can see the bonuses you get from going from a regular account to, you know, a premium account. Again, if you want to, don't have to. It's completely up to you. Okay, so our M3 Lee came out of battle. So you don't always have to click down here and select. You can kind of do that if you wish. Or you can kind of just click here and swap between your tanks. And it looks like it keeps the last two vehicles that you presently use. So I've got tier 2 and tier 3 here. If I wanted my tier 1, I'd have to go back here and select it and kick in that way. But, you know, hey, not too bad. Kind of cool that it keeps the last two tanks that you used here, so you can just kind of quickly swap back and forth if you want to. Okay, so we're good there. That's maxed. That's max. I think we were working on gunner, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to have enough to do the gunner because I know it's 7,000 and the next one's like 14. Okay, so we'll hold off and wait and we'll go into battle again. Light Gaming, I'm off to sleep. Catch you on the next one. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming in and hanging with us. I know this isn't your cup of tea of games, but I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us anyhow. You know, it's huge. And trust me, it means a lot. I did want to ask you, if you haven't left yet, how are things on World of Warships? How's that going for you? You still slogging away on that? You still enjoying that? I do play every now and again off stream. I gotta squeeze that in.
Let's go.
Obviously, I'm probably gonna have to add streams. You know, just so we can play the games that, you know, we're having fun with on stream, and kind of rotate it so, you know, that way there's a little bit of something for everybody, you know, stream wise.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
Ooh. You guys are trying to gang up on me.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Enemy tank destroyed. Enemy sighted.
forgot I'm in an M3 Lee. I'm not in a turreted tank. I have to turn the tank.
Target destroyed. Enemy sighted.
Oh, I missed him. Damn, we're going through ammo quick. 35 shots, we're already down to 22. Okay, let's bully one of these guys.
Enemy sighted. Enemy tank destroyed.
Oh, just missed him. There we go. Now we're smashing through. Got him. 6 tanks knocked out, 1151 in damage. Deflected or blocked a bit. That was a good game. Got the tank killer reward. Yeah, buddy. So your current player position in the global leaderboards. So I'm ranked 709. This guy's played a crap ton of battles. Here we go. What did I want to look at? I think. Oh yeah, here we go. So Ace Gunner awarded for the highest damage dealt in a battle. Tank Killer awarded for scoring the highest number of kills. Spear of Steel awarded for damaging the highest number of enemy vehicles in a battle. Prime Tanker awarded for scoring the most kills, inflicted damage, and deflected damage in a battle. Iron Curtain for most deflective damage in a battle. Invincible Attack awarded for surviving any battle with less than 50 hit points. Executioner awarded to a player for destroying all tanks in the enemy team by himself. Ooh, that'd be kind of hard to get. Possible, but kind of hard to get. So we're at the Rookie 5 League level. So let's see here. So we played 26 battles. We got 74 kills. I know I lost a battle. This seems to be off by a number. But hey, we'll take it. 26 and 26. I'm not complaining. 74 kills. We're averaging 2.85 kills per battle and 95% firing accuracy. Average damage inflicted is 681. Average damage deflected is 312. So, yeah, definitely not doing too bad. Tank statistics. We can see here. Battles in our Tier 2 Stuart, 13. 100% wins, 37 kills, damage, deflected, accuracy, all that good stuff. So apparently I'm most accurate with the M3 Lee, least accurate with my Tier 1. So roughly between 91 and 97% accurate. So it's not too bad. So 74 kills in 26 matches. It's pretty good averages there. Sorry, folks. Just trying to stay hydrated. telling you, some days is just like, ugh. All right. So our M3 Lee is back. We were on the gunner. Yes. Okay. So current shell dispersion 70%. So obviously our aiming is good. So we go from 100% shell dispersion, and we're down to 70 right now. But as you can see, the accuracy is pretty good. At least as far as I've had. Like I said, I'm shooting between 90 and 97%. Kind of can't complain, really. Okay, so radio operators next, and we have driver, and then we can finish off the last little bits of these, the actual upgrades on the tank, and we can go from there. But right now we're kind of leveling up our crew. So we will kick off again and go in. Shouldn't it's not that that big of a file, but once you download the file, Jimmy, and you install it, obviously you got to go through the account registration stuff, through your they email you a email you or I think they email you a code or something like that. You punch your password. You go through all that stuff, and then I think you download a patch after that, and then you're kind of in game. So, like I said, when you first start off, Jimmy, just make sure your VSync is off, and make sure your graphics are set to medium quality. And that should help you get situated right away.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Target destroyed. Enemy sighted.
Oh, almost got him on the run.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
There's a guy off on my left.
Enemy sighted.
Come on. Okay, where did that other guy go? There he is. Damn it, missed him.
sighted.
No, gotta turn back around. The last enemy. It's a mad dash. Who's gonna get him?
We're victorious.
I got him. Whew. Okay, we were on radio operator. Radio operator is upgraded. We have driver next. And once we finish driver, then we've got firepower, protection, mobility, camouflage. And then the M3 Lee is fully upgraded. And then we can work on saving credits to get to our next tank. The what are we going to after that again? I think it's the Chaffee. Should be interesting. Interesting little light tank. So we'll go from there. So folks, ads are going to kick off in about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I do apologize for that. But, you know, hey, wanted to give you the heads up. As you can see, surprisingly, the matchmaking's pretty quick.
Forward.
I mean, mind you, some of these are probably bots. But, I mean, it's good for us as a player because you're not sitting in queue forever. You kind of just, boom, you're in the match. Okay, let's go. And I do like there's multiple spawn points.
Enemy sighted.
So it's not like you hit like, you know, a certain map and then it's like, okay. You know, you're always going to be here. Keep bullying this sucker. There we go.
Tank destroyed.
And they're shooting off fireworks and gang.
Tank destroyed. Enemy sighted.
Okay, that's got to be a player for sure.
Target destroyed.
Got him.
Enemy sighted.
Come on, shells. Guys, I'm an M3 Lee. Into the dirt, damn it.
Enemy tank destroyed.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
I think I got him.
Enemy sighted. We have conquered.
They got him before I could get there. We got that last shot in. So put him over on damage. Not bad. There we go. RM3 Lee back. I think, yeah, radio operator was done. So it's driver now. So looks like we need 12,800 to finish that. Okay. And in we go. Like I said, very simple, easy to play, very intuitive. You know, the battles are kind of, you know, quick paced, but not like to the point where you're like, oh, okay. We just, everybody lemming trained, so we got steamrolled.
Forward.
I mean, I've seen matches where battles literally go back and forth. And like battles where it's been like one-on-one, like right at the end, like it could literally go either way. Kind of like last tank, last shell, you know, last chance, kind of who's gonna get who, about as nail biting as you can get.
Enemy tank destroyed. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
Oh, I hit the damn wrong button. Hit the damn Windows button by accident. Instead of the shift button.
Enemy sighted.
It's the joys of having fat fingers, folks. That guy's destroyed, burning, and sliding down the hill at the same time. I got a tank on my right trying to pen my armor, and he's not doing it.
Target destroyed. We're hit.
Damn it, he took my driver out.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, you're burning now, buddy. Two tanks left. And the good thing is, even if there's not, like, you don't have the tank in view range, like, as you can see, like, very easy to follow where my other team is shooting, as well as the mini map, to kind of situate myself, and you can you know, and kind of find the enemy, as well as what do you call it, blind fire.
We're victorious.
I don't think I got that shot. No, I didn't. So, Gat Gogo, or Goggo, whatever his name is. He beat me that round. There we go. So our crew is fully maxed out. So now we can worry about upgrading. As you see, I spent one thing of the required amount of silver, and I got one more HP of damage. So like I said, very straightforward, very intuitive, very simplistic. You just kind of, you know what you're getting right away. So I've already got at least 2 extra HP of damage per shot. And, you know, like I said, if I hit a critical spot on an enemy tank, I can get additional damage beyond that 67. And then, mind you, if I angle my tank, you know, obviously blocking damage isn't that hard, and you're kind of good to go. And they seem to be using kind of not like out of left field maths, so to speak, to get the penetration values and all that, like in Watt. It just seems, you know, a little bit more realistic. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to have tanks that are going to be able to damage tanks regardless of what tier they are, simply because, you know, it's where in the armor they're hitting. It's not like every piece of armor seems, you know, impenetrable. And it's not like where they have, you know, premium ammo where you go from AP to like APCR and you've got like 100 millimeters of penetration and damage difference, like in Watt. It seems to be a lot better balanced. So, let me know when you get in, Jimmy. Hopefully you're in, you're having fun. And hello to all the lurkers out there. I see you guys. Hello. I won't out your names, of course. Do.
Forward.
And so far, I mean, you know, it's kind of nice because it's kind of like everybody seems to kind of rush forward, meet at certain focal points on the map, and just slug it out. You know what I mean? Like, it hasn't gotten to, you know, a crazy technical level like World of Tanks is. Barbarossa, thank you for the follow. Hey, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you found us. Well, I suppose it's not that hard, considering I probably have my Twitch thing on my my Discord name thingamajigger. We were just, I was playing this off stream yesterday, about 16 battles straight, and figured I was having so much fun with it that I'd stream it today, you know, as well as, you know, reach out and hopefully be one of the select few of the CC program, because I'm having a blast with this game. You know, having, you know, played World of Tanks for off and on for 14 years, since 2011. I'm saying this game's a breath of fresh air. I'm really enjoying it. I like the simplistic kind of upgrade system that you have. Yeah, I mean, we've already got one of our viewers who's off to download the game now and play it and try it out. So, you know, we're having fun. How's your day been? In fact, I don't. Oh, I don't. Okay. I thought I did. Well, I'm glad you found us anyways, and thank you for the follow. It is appreciated.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, they took out my gunner dude, so that would be 4. There we go. Got him back in. But yeah, it is a double press, which is nice because then it avoids the accidental button press.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Honestly, this going from World of Tanks to this, I can tell you, like, literally, like, the joy I am having playing this game is just, it's a breath of fresh air, honesty. And for a beta, I mean, I will say this game is very well put together. Handling, you know, quite well. And I know, like, there's bug fixes and all that stuff you guys have that are going to be taken care of in upcoming patches and stuff like that. But yeah, like, really, I haven't had anything that I've come across where I've kind of had a moment of pause and I'd be like, okay, you know, mind you, I realize, yeah, it's in beta, so my expectations, to be honest, I'm actually surprised the game is performing as well as it is. Like, it's performing a lot better than I kind of set my expectations for going into a beta. Like, going into a beta, I expected it to be a lot more buggy, you know what I mean, and a lot more clunky, if you will. But I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly pleased with the performance of this game. Like, it's fun to play. And this is only in beta, which blows my mind because it's only in beta. So that means, like, I know it's only going to get better going forward. So it's like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm already impressed thus far with what I'm seeing and how it plays and everything like that, I'm like, okay, you know, this is, the potential here is, like, huge. Dark Leviathan, hope you've been having a good night. But dude, I've been, honestly, like, for anybody that's been around long term, usually by like about 2 hours time in stream playing World of Tanks, I'm like literally ready to like just rip out whatever remaining hair on my head that I have left. But like, this is just, honestly, like, I'm just, it's like a relaxing Friday night hanging out with the boys playing games. It's fun. It's honestly, like, I strongly urge anybody who hasn't tried this. The link is up at the top. It's pinned on the chat. Download the game, play it. Even if it's not your cup of tea and you're thinking, nah. Trust me, download it. It's not that big of a file. Play it, and like, honestly, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I honestly just pure positive things to say about this game, and the possibility to me and the potential is, it's kind of like, okay, the sky's the limit. And I'm honestly looking forward to seeing, more, and kind of like what you guys are gonna bring out, honestly. I know we've got German, Soviet, and U.S. tanks. I would imagine the British tanks are kind of coming up on the plate sometime in the future. You know what I mean? The fact that you have a section for World War II and prior tanks, and then you have a section for modern tanks, that's nice as well, because you can kind of, if you want to play just World War II era, you can. If you want to play modern tanks, you can. It scratches so many different itches and so many different, niches for people. It's great. Yeah, they are starting with the Tetrarch. Okay, well, see, there you go. I mean, folks, so you've heard it here first. The British tanks are coming. So for all my Brit UK viewers out there, don't worry. The Union Jack will fly proudly, and you will be represented in the game shortly. So give them time. I'm sure they're in the kitchen cooking. They want to make sure it's done right for you guys. So don't worry. No man walks alone. For those of you football fans out there, you'll know. But awesome. But Barbarossa, thank you for coming in, dude. Honestly, I straight up, it'd be an honor and a privilege to be a CC for this game. Especially if potentially I could be the first Canadian CC. That's a huge honor, a huge privilege, and I really hope I can get into those discussions on how to get there and move forward on that, and hopefully I meet the requirements, the expectations, or what you guys are looking for or wanting in regards to a CC. But yeah, I'm loving this game, and I want to be more involved in it. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for reaching out. And yeah, definitely thank you for tolerating the Discord hijinks. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm glad we got it sorted out in the end. So we can go there now that bridge has been kind of built. So there you go. We've got the British, the Empire, Japan, and a few other nuggets I've seen hiding in their Discord. Well, there you go. Yep. So there you go. Even more stuff is coming out. So yeah, folks. I mean, I don't want to let it all out of the bag too soon. You know what I mean? I kind of want to give you guys a little bit. I kind of want to like set that hook and kind of get you guys on the line and kind of reel you in slowly. And, I still want to give you guys that kind of wow and surprise, but, definitely, you want to know, I will try and answer as much information as I know. And if I don't know, I will definitely reach out to the parties that do know and try to get you as much info as I can. So, for those of you that are sitting back and viewing, please don't be shy. Speak up, let me know, and we can go from there. I'm sure answers are no more than a Discord message away. We will endeavor to get you as much info as possible, as quickly as possible, because hey, everybody likes to be in the know. Everybody likes to kind of have that, oh, I know about this. This is coming, and so yeah. I was half tempted to pull you both into a Discord group chat earlier when I noticed you guys were having Discord fun. I'm just glad you guys got it worked out. Okay, thanks, Dark Leviathan. Honestly, yeah, I was going to suggest it, but realizing that obviously it seems like he's in Europe, and if he's in, and I'm assuming he. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But at 3:38, so I would imagine he's probably German, Czech Republic time zone, give or take, because I know he's past the UK time zone, it seems, give or take, if I'm not mistaken, or pretty close to it. So obviously being in Europe, it's like, okay, well, usually by the time I finish stream, it's about like 11, 12, Eastern time. So that's like anywhere between 3 and 5 in the morning for those parties that be to kind of reach out, and I kind of don't expect anybody to jump out of bed at 5 in the morning and be like, hey Kate, oh yeah, by the way, da 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 da. Yeah, no, so it's all good. But yeah, I was definitely gonna suggest that was the next course of action. I was literally gonna be like, hey, do you have a chat room we can hop into, and kind of discuss, because clearly, obviously, text base isn't working, but we got that sorted out. So the bridge is there, and I look forward to having those discussions. And like I said, it'd be an honor and a privilege. And hopefully I can one day be a CC, and hopefully be the first Canadian CC, or one of the first Canadian CCs out there. That would just be awesomeness. It's, I don't know, it's kind of a national pride kind of thing. Sorry, I mean, it's the Canadian in me. See, I'm already saying sorry. So there we go. Yep, CET time. See, there we go. The joys of my gaming career, of playing with folks in Canada, the US, the UK, Germany, Finland. Geez. Yeah, I think I've probably played with a couple of people from the Czech Republic. Yeah, just all over. So yeah, there you go. You kind of get those time zones kind of locked into your head, especially when you're trying to do certain games where you're raiding, and you try to do raid parties with your mates, and it's like, okay, well, hey, I can be on at this time. Well, I want to be on at this time. Okay, well, what's the time zone equivalent? Okay, well, I can't do this time. Can we move it an hour ahead or an hour behind? Yeah, okay, cool. And yeah, so you kind of get used to the standard times, give or take. So it is what it is. We'll work it on PMs. I look forward to it, Barbarossa. And again, huge thank you for, taking the time, and even entertaining, discussing that with me, or meeting with me, or even, coming by, thank you. It's huge. It means a lot. So, thank you. But I don't want to hold you. I know it's like almost 4 a.m. for you, and I'm sure you want to get to bed. It's Friday night. I'm sure you've had a busy work week, so I'm sure you want to get to bed and do family time or personal time or whatever it is. Kick your feet up and relax. I'm sure you've earned it more times over. So, hey, feel free to come by. Our schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, presently from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. You're more than welcome to come by and check us out. In the About Me section down below, if I'm not online, my Twitter page is there, my Discord, YouTube is there, and I do have a Discord, but you've already added me on Discord, so obviously we'll be PMing and all that good stuff. But yeah, all the A2K that you can handle. If you want it, let me know. I can directly send you links if it makes it easier for you. But thank you. Enjoy your time off. And again, thank you for coming by. But we'll let you run off to bed, get a good night's sleep, and hopefully we'll see you on around the stream more often. And again, thank you for the follow. And have yourself a wonderful, wonderful night. Dark Leviathan. Yep, negotiating time zones can be a pain. Yeah, I mean it can be. There's times it can be, and but once you get into it, you get used to it. I mean, like I said, I've been gaming, oh God. Jeez, I'm going to date myself. I've been gaming since the IBM 486 was brand new. So, for those of you that know, you know how old that is. Yeah, I've had the Atari, the Commodore 64s. I remember the Oregon Trail on Apple System 6s, SimCities. Oh God. Just, yeah, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, So, I used to game competitively, in my teens. Unfortunately my reaction time isn't as good as it used to be, but that's what happens with age. Yeah, I've been gaming a long time, so you kind of roll with it, you get used to it. The most important thing is for me in gaming is having fun, and obviously I enjoy games where you can play with your friends. You know what I mean? Because if you can play with your friends, it just makes it so much more fun. When you get for guys, like you get a group of your buddies together and you're playing games, you're having laughs, you're having a good time. You don't even realize it, and all of a sudden time flies. Then usually, at least for me, my missus is always like, Kate, are you coming to bed? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Just let me finish this battle, or let me finish this match. 4 hours later. Oh, okay. Or I remember gaming sessions, where it's like you got to go to work the next day and you're gaming, and then all of a sudden, you look over and the sun's coming up and you're like, oh, okay, well, today's going to suck at work. But, you pay for it. You're tired, but, let's all be honest. It was worth it. It's always worth it. Enemy sighted. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed again. Come on, Kate, aim better. There we go. Took him out. I'm just... Enemy tank destroyed. I honestly... you pay for it, but you never regret it most of the time. This is true. Honestly, it's so true. I don't think there's ever been a time where like I've stayed up late playing, games with friends, and I've, gone to work the next day or whatever had you, and been like exhausted, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't worth it. I've never had that. Thankfully. Oh, no. I drove past him. And my tracks are busted. I do like the fact that this game, you don't need Aslans to enjoy it. You don't need those mods. Oh no, missed him. I gave up the kill. Oh, I gave up the kill because I missed him. Oh. Oh well, we still did good. 1150 in damage. We missed that last kill. That's just gonna burn, but oh well. We had fun. It was good. It was good. So, you know, I'm sure you enjoy this as much as I am, Dark Leviathan. I mean, let's be honest. Can we both agree that this is like, you know, coming from World of Tanks to this, it's definitely a breath of fresh air. Like this game is so fun. And I, honest to God, I love this upgrade system. It's so simple. Like it's to me, this is great because it's like it scratches that itch if you want to upgrade things. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, everybody's like, oh, you know, I want to upgrade my tank and da 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 da, right? So it scratches that itch, but it's so simple that literally, you know, even if you're not like quote unquote a pro gamer, you know, where you've been gaming for years, it's so simple to understand because it's like, okay, you know, upgrade your gun to increase, you know, per hit damage. Okay, well, I'm at 67. Okay, if I spend this silver, you know, okay, I'm going to get an extra point on that. You know, it's not like, oh, okay, I've got a 76 millimeter M1A1. You know, what's the difference between that and the A2 and the A1? Okay, I get 2 millimeters of pen, but I give up, you know, 10 HP in damage. But the reload's like, you know, 0.2 faster, but the dispersion's, you know, 0.5 worse. Oh, is it really a good upgrade? Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know. Like for me, you know, and I look at it, you know, like when I was playing with Mrs. Cade, you know, like a lot of the times it's like, okay, she wants to upgrade her tanks, but she's like, you know, like, I just wish this was simple. Like I could just upgrade it. You know, like a lot of times I'm there trying to figure out, okay, what her play style is, and then upgrade the tank, you know, according to that. You know what I mean? And even that was like difficult. It was like kind of like, okay, you know, it's just so convoluted. Like it's kind of like, you know, you can't see the forest from the trees. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's good that you have all that ability. You know what I mean? You can customize things and do all that. That's cool. But it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you've kind of missed the point. You've gone like, you know, from here and you're supposed to stop here, but you've gone like way over here. You know what I mean? Like you've gone more than what you need to go, you know? So, but like, yeah, this is just on I like literally it's good. I can't complain. It's good. And it takes away the stress of worrying about, okay, am I doing this? Am I doing that? It's simple. I can just click it, upgrade it. Okay, cool. Okay, I've upgraded everything I can. Okay, okay, keep some silver in the bank to cover my expenditures. Okay, good. And then, okay, I go into the next battle, you know, blow up some tanks and get more silver. You know, I'm not spending 6 hours guessing what I want. I'm not spending 12 years, you know, loading crew and equipment and all that other stuff. It's just, I like the simplistic play. where it's just kind of like, you know what? I just want to get in a game and blow shit up. Okay, cool. Load the game up. Battle. All right, let's go blow some shit up. Great. Right? It is. Dude, it is. Between the upgrade system and being able to farm any tank from any tank is a blessing. It's true. I actually been using the American line to knock out Russian and German each tier. So now once I buy my KV1 later, I'll farm up the silver to get its upgrades up and then work up the silver to unlock both tier 5s for American and Russian. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I go and I max out the tank, I max out the crew, and then I build up the silver to go to the next tank. Right? So that way, when I'm playing each tank, I can play it from, you know, stock to fully upgraded. And then I know, okay, this is how this tank plays. You know, and it's not like a frustrating grind where it's like, you know, 800 billion battles later, okay, now I can finally get a turret. You know what I mean? But oh wait, you can't get the turret. No, you got to put the tracks first because the weight limit. So there's an extra 300 battles that you got to play. So yeah, no, it's just, it's good. And the controls are nice because it's literally like, if honestly, like if you've played World of Tanks and you come and you play this, it's so easy to adapt. It's so easy just to hop in and play. I mean, I wonder if ramming damage is going to come or not, but even if it doesn't, it's fun to kind of like bully the tanks, kind of like how I am, and just blasting them. I don't know. It's kind of like a thick, twisted, sadistic thing. It's just stress relief. I'm just going to smash you. Oh, you took out my gunner, you butthole. And I like that, you know, like you get rewarded for aiming your shots as well as, you know, angling your tank. You know, and it doesn't seem that hard to kind of angle your tank to block damage. You know, like World of Tanks, it's like, oh, okay, well, every tank is like hull down now. Or a side scraper. And then it's like, okay, well, how do you side scrape? Oh, okay, well, I got to figure out this skill. I got to do this. I got to do... And it's like, you know, 20,000 battles later, you're kind of getting basic skills down that you should have got, you know, in the first 10 battles. Whereas here, by like, honestly, by like maybe the second battle, I was like, okay, great. We're good to go. The only thing that I can say that maybe took me a second to figure out was the fact that you have to double click to like switch ammo or to activate like repair kits and stuff like that, which is good because, you know, like I was saying earlier, how many times, you know, for those of you that know, you know, but how many times have you accidentally, you know, switched ammo to HE and you're like firing HE and you're not even realizing, and you're like, why am I not penning this guy? Like, what? And then you look down and you're like, oh, I'm firing HE. And you're like, okay, wah, wah, wah. Right? So you're like, oh, yep. Or a crappy gun to get 2 more crappy guns before you can buy the gun you want. Yes. Yes. You know. That's what I'm saying. Like, and see, this is... Okay, so we got to wait for our M3 to come out of battle, which is fine. I don't mind. I mean, I know it's you know, beta, and it's probably, you know, part of a little bug, but I don't mind. Gives me a chance to get some tasty beverage and, you know, yip yap with you guys a bit more. From what I hear, if I remember correctly, platoon sizes when they get added will be duos, which honestly makes sense for an 8 versus 8. Yeah, which I have noticed it's an 8 versus 8 battle. And that's what I was wondering. I was like, okay, is this going to be 8 on 8 now and then expanded later? You know, to maybe, you know, 16 on 16 or 32 on 32. Can you imagine that? A 32 on 32 tank game? That would be like just madness. Not in a negative way, but like just, could you imagine? Like just like the shells going. Like, oh my God. Like, dude, I would feel bad for the guy that would have to code for that. I'd be like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. In the end, it will be awesome glory. But while you're coding that, you're going to hate everybody. Yeah, see, I'd be down for the chaos too. Like, oh, like, see, that's why I loved playing games like SOCOM and Battlefield, was kind of that, those large, you know, chaotic battles where you had like, it was just like two armies of teams just like rah, and just going at it. You know what I mean? It was just great. It was great. You know, I was, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little toxic. I'll admit it now. And I do beg forgiveness for everybody in Operation Metro that got USAS grenade fragged, or USAS frag round from my shotgun in that map as you ran down the hallway of death, as we called it. I do apologize, but no, I was giggling maniacally, or oh my God, I can't even talk. I was giggling crazily. I can't even talk properly, honestly. But yeah, I was giggling my butt off as I was unleashing, you know, just the crazy firepower. And I remember back in the day, it was funny because there was, for people that remember, there was this YouTube channel. It was called Battlefield Friends, and I'm sure their videos are still up. And I'm pretty sure this exact video is still up, about the USAS. And I remember distinctly the guy, he's got it, and they're all like, "Oh, you got the USAS automatic shotgun?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, it's like you can tell this guy's pumped. And it's like, "Well, where did you get that?" And he's like, "No, it's mine. You can't take it from me. It's mine." And that's exactly how you felt with this gun. And I'm like, I was just kind of like, okay, this is me. I don't want to admit it, but it's me. And the dude's like, "I can turn day into darkness." And then they're like, "What?" And he's like, puts the gun up in the air, and he's like, pow, 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 pow. And it's like, 100 points, nighttime. And I'm starting to laugh. And it's like, "I can take out jets." And he's shooting down, choppers and everything with the USAS. It's hilarious. But for those of you that ever played Battlefield, and I think it was Battlefield 3 with Operation Metro during the USAS frag round crazy time era, you just know. But that video it made me laugh in such a way because I was just like, yeah. It was great. I can picture 32 Luches all shooting at one person. Oh my God. Can you imagine? And I'm just picturing, I haven't unlocked anything beyond the two. Well, I'm on my third US tank. So I've only got the 2 Stuarts and the Lee. I haven't unlocked anything else yet. But going from what I know of the Luch on World of Tanks with kind of like the pew pew gun, 32 of them kicking off. Oh my God. Just like, wow. But you know what? Here's another positive thing. What I like also is you look at the round, like here, it tells you shell velocity, pen, damage. This is like so good. And you don't have, at least, thus far, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't become a thing, but you don't have premium ammo where it's like, oh, I've got 61 millimeters of pen on my standard one. Okay, well, let me buy premium ammo. Now I'm going to have 261 millimeters of pen. And instead of, 69 HP of damage, I'm going to have 300 HP of damage. Because I'm a pay to win, Giga Chad. That's what I'm going to do. Because, I've got to have, the ultimate stats ever. Because, it is what it is. I mean, there's reasons. I mean, we all know. We just don't want to go there. So fun food for thought. As we know, Panzerkampf plans to be historical and not use paper tanks. But experimental tanks are a future addition. E100 and Maus used as an example. Imagine the Maus in this. Well, see, the Maus... Okay. This is the one thing that drives me wild about World of Tanks. They've got like 8 billion tanks. And a lot of them are tanks that didn't even exist in Blueprint. So you can't even say, okay, they were Blueprint tanks that weren't manufactured. Okay? Or this was a concept tank that they built one off for trials, but it never went into mass production. Okay, I'll give you those. But as far as I know, and I, I'll stand corrected if I'm wrong, but I believe a Maus, I think there was like 1 or 2 created Mauses, and I think there was one that was completely finished. If I'm not mistaken. So the Maus was an actual tank that wasn't just a tank on paper. It was an actual tank that, mind you, it wasn't in like a Battle of the Bulge or anything like that, or, you know what I mean? It wasn't on a traditional battlefield and used in, I guess, a traditional tank battle. But at least it was created. I'll give it that. But when you start coming up with tanks that weren't even created, weren't even like, a thought up design, that was on like, some paper in some dude's office, found after, 80 years, locked away or whatever have you. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those things, but it's one of those just, oh, well, you know what if we just put like, a 200 millimeter, gun on an M3 Lee? What would that be like? You know what I mean? Like, come on. You know what I mean? And we all know World of Tanks kind of does that sometimes. It's just kind of like, okay, do we really need it? Like, do we? It's like, no, we don't need that. So, but I like the fact that in this game they have World War II and prior as one section, and then modern as another section. Now, if they create a third section and say you have kind of a blend or experimental tanks even, that would be cool. But, if I recall, 2 of them were built and tested in 1944. And I think as well, on one of the, I think it was actually on one of the V2 rocket, either testing or launching sites. That's where they found, I think they found them. If I recall correctly. But yeah, I just, like, I just hope they don't go overboard with concept tanks, because I think that was one of the things that was the downfall with, with World of Tanks is, like, yeah, okay, it's good to have, all these tanks from all these different nations, you know what I mean? But they should have stuck with, production vehicles. Let's be honest, most people now, they don't want tanks, they want maps, they want balancing. There's things that they want. They don't want, another OP tank brought out. Like, it's pretty bad when, you've got well-known, World of Tanks people that are like, and I'm glad that they're able to share their opinions, but I don't think it's good that, like, you have these players basically saying, okay, this tank isn't good for the game, or just basically saying, okay, yeah, this is OP trash. Like, it's not good. Like, if you look at the can opener, for example, like, you go on YouTube, you can see it now. Like, how many videos have come out about the new double barrel Brit tanks, and how well they're being received. And these are people that, like, mind you, there's probably run-of-the-mill kind of, armchair generals, formulating opinions, right? But, there's certain people out there that, their opinion carries weight because okay, well, they're not a run-of-the-mill player. Like, these are, like, the top echelon types of players. Like, they've kind of been there, done it all kind of thing. And even when they're saying, okay, wait a minute, like, no, this isn't good, it's got to tell you kind of missed the mark. And like I said, I just hope, like, this game has an awesome opportunity to kind of learn from mistakes that other tank games in this genre have made and not fall into them. So, like, I don't like the fact that they won't balance premium tanks. Okay, I get it. You paid for something, you expect it to perform a certain way. But let's be honest, they're not giving you a hard nerf. They're giving you a soft nerf, but you don't realize it because every year they bring out a new tank. And every year that they bring out a new tank, let's be honest, you're not buying those boxes unless it's OP. Right? So, 1 year it was this tank, and next year it was this one, then it's this one, then it's that one. You know what I mean? So you're getting soft, quiet nerfs. So, case in point, how many people bought, I'll just throw it out there, the Low when it first came out? When it first came out, the damn thing was like, it just seemed unstoppable. Then the Type 59 came out. That was like unstoppable. And then all of a sudden, okay, well, flash forward. Well, how does a Low perform to, let's say, a BC-76 when that first came out? You're like, okay, really? You know what I mean? XM57 this year. I think, what was it the previous year? Like, there's always another tank that comes out, and you're getting a soft nerf, regardless, because there's power creep. I mean, the way that they've kind of got it set up, there's power creep. And if you don't balance and rebalance, you know, even the premium tanks, eventually what's going to happen is you're just going to get nerfed into the ground simply because newer and better tanks are going to come out. So, you know, yeah, I don't agree with the, oh, we're never going to rebalance premium tanks. I think that's the wrong move to make. I think that they should balance all the tanks. And I know it's a hot button topic, but premium rounds, let's be honest, if your tanks were balanced, you wouldn't need premium ammo. You wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's good that you have multiple rounds that are, you know, have a use case situation and scenario for them, and they perform better. Like, you know, open roofed tanks, kind of like tank destroyers or artillery. Yeah, use HE. Okay, cool. There's a usage for it. Okay, you know, heavily armored tanks use AP. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Well, APCR. Okay, well, you kind of lose me in the mist there a little bit when, you know, like, let's be honest. When you have an AP shell that, let's say, shoots and does 100 millimeters a pen, and then you put a premium shell right beside it, and it does 200 millimeters of penetration, even if it's the same damage, what do you think the average player is going to take if they can do it? They're not going to take the standard ammo. They're going to load the premium ammo. So again, you know, even though it costs silver now, you know, it's in a way still a pay to win mechanic, because even though you get silver free to play for playing, how much time are you investing to get that? And if you don't want to spend the time in that, well, of course, dip into the cash shop, buy some silver, bing, bang, boom. There you go, right? And I'm not faulting anybody, you know, for monetizing. You gotta, you know, keep the lights on. You got to pay the bills somehow. But come on, you know, it's kind of hard to sit there and be like, oh, well, yeah, you know, we're serious about balancing and you know, having a fair, equitable, you know, kind of game in the rah, 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 whatever, you know, that they're spouting. And you turn around and you see that. And then they just come out with nerfs and buffs just out of the blue. Or because they've kind of let things get to the point where it's so crazy, people are like screaming at you. So, yeah. So let's see here. From what I understand so far, to use the Luch as an example, it gets AP and APCR. AP more damage, less pen. APCR less damage, more pen. Okay, that's a fair trade. That's a fair trade, because then it's okay. There's a case use. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you're not going to pen them, okay, fine, use this round, you're going to pen them, but you're not getting monster damage, or you're not getting the same damage. You're sacrificing damage for that extra bit of pen. You know, I don't want to say penability and make up words, but just for that added penetration value. Okay, that kind of makes sense. It's a give and a take. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. That, to me, that's a fair compromise. I could live with that. Let's see here. With how willing and receptive they are to input from the community, something bigger tank game wants nothing from anyone. I have room for faith with Panzer Comp. Yeah, there you go. I agree. Speaking of premium tanks, I do like the fact that we have a way to make any tank of our choice into a premium tank. As far as I know, the Panzer Comp has only mentioned one particular tank that will actually be a premium special tank. Okay, cool. So I guess those skins that you can get in the store, you can take those and add them to, you know, I guess whatever tank, and it skins it that way. The only question I would have then is, like, for example, if I take like a tier 1 Luch, or not a Luch, sorry, a tier 1 Stuart, and let's say I buy the Pershing skin or the Tiger skin, if I slap it on, like, let's say a tier 1, does then not get the characteristics of that particular tank? So basically, like, you know, the Tiger being tier 7, would then the tier 1 become a tier 7? Or, right? I don't know. I just don't got the money to pay 86 bucks right now to find out. That's one thing I like about the ammo system here so far. That makes sense. Yeah, it's true. Those skins only apply to the said tank. Ah, okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so we're waiting for our tank to come out. Oh, we're going to get bing bonged with ads. Sorry, folks. I wasn't paying attention. I was catching up on chat and yapping away. But you should be getting bing bonged with ads. I do apologize. But yeah, make sure you're if you get bing bong with ads, you know, go to take a bathroom break, get a stretch, walk around, get a tasty beverage, you know, go out for a smoke break if that's what you do, you know, whatever it is. Unfortunately, Twitch be Twitch. Jeff Bezos needs more money, I guess. You know, he's got to buy more plastic surgery, I guess. So we are going to get bing bong by 3 minutes of ads. But you know, it's like a band-aid. You know, you rip it off once an hour and you're good to go for an hour. Although we have brought them, a few of us, about the skin pricing. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like I seen that. Or getting bing bonged by ads. Let me know if you're not hearing this and you get bing bonged by ads. I mean, I've seen that and I get it. They're in beta. So I hope that pricing doesn't stay when the game becomes full release. I get it right now from a beta standpoint because it's a free-to-play game. That money goes right into the coffers of the developers, and hopefully they use that to keep the lights going and keep development going. So I don't mind that per se too much, because that's kind of in a way for you to kind of, if you choose to kind of directly support the devs and kind of, you know, put some revenue into their pocket so they can keep developing and stuff like that. Because let's be honest, it costs money to develop a game and, you know, produce a game. So, you know, I can kind of excuse that, you know what I mean? And so far it's only cosmetics, you know, so that I don't mind, because then the cosmetics are a choice option. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, well, you're buying a battle pass, you're buying Watt Premium, you're buying all this stuff. Have you looked into at the VIP yet? Wargaming's premium accounts. Yeah, I've seen that. That's crazy. Wargaming's premium account status is very interesting. I mean, I know they have, like, you know, your Watt Premium, you know, which is your premium days. And I believe Watt Plus kind of covers all of their games. So, like, you get, like, your Watt Plus, from what I understand, there's some premium thing out there. I didn't bother looking into it too much because I'm like, I'm not going to spend the money on it. I mean, I'm like, come on, man. I already got, like, lint in my pocket. Like, I don't need you digging in there further. But from my understanding, there's a certain premium you can get from them beyond just your premium days that kind of, it's not just for World of Tanks. It goes like World of Warships, World of Tanks, World of Airplanes, and, you know, all that stuff. And then apparently you have, what do you call it? Then you have your Watt Plus, which kind of gives you free demounting kits and stuff like that. So it's just like, okay. Okay, ads are up and done. So everybody should be back. I do apologize for the ads. If you get bing bonged by ads in between, you know, now and the end of the stream, or the next hour, whatever comes first, I don't know. We'll you know, we're definitely going to be, you know, playing some more battles and chit chatting. So yeah. If you get bing bang by ads, I do apologize. Hopefully there isn't any more ads, at least for the next hour. So, you know, you should be good to go. Watt Plus honestly was only good to me for moving my equipment around. Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's that.
Let's go.
Like to be honest, I've like, you know, with Watt, I just, you know, I just kind of at this point, you know, I kind of like log in, play a couple of games, try not to, you know, rage, and, you know, do what I can, and then get out. You know, I usually, you know, like I said, when I'm streaming, I usually try to do my minimum 3 hours and get out. Because I'm usually getting bing bongs, so it's just kind of like rage inducing. Falcus, thank you for the follow. Hopefully I got your name pronounced properly. If I didn't, I do apologize. You kind of have to forgive us Canadians. We're not great with European.
Enemy tank destroyed. We're hit.
But yeah, it is what it is. Keep going, it's Friday. Mrs. Cade's like, keep going. That's funny. Mrs. Cade's like, keep going, it's Friday. And then she'll be like, oh, after stream, let's watch a movie or something. Okay. Stream ends. All right, guys, see you on the next one. I'm out. Bye. I'm like, hey, Mrs. Cade, let's watch that movie. Yeah. Somebody's fast asleep. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Tank destroyed.
I guess that's kind of like me just saying, oh, you know, don't worry, I'm just resting my eyes. So, Falcons, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Please don't be shy. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm still up. Yeah. I'm still up. At the end of stream, I go in there. I'm like, Mrs. Cade. Snoring like a bear. And it's funny.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Mrs. Cade's sleeping. And then all of a sudden, all I see is this little Yorkie head just pop out of the blankets or from one under the pillow. And it's like, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Our fight is over, and we have won.
Your baby, exactly. Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute. I know we played a couple of battles. I was gonna say, did we stop earning silver? $15,000. Same thing, resting your eyes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Dark, how far have you gotten on the old rank progression? I think I'm still under 50 battles.
Forward.
I do like the fact that they reward you for aiming your shots. I can't say that enough. It's so nice that they do that. Like aiming your shots, hitting certain critical parts on a tank. You get rewarded for it,
Enemy sighted.
which is great. There ain't 8 billion different tanks, so it's easier to kind of figure out armor layouts of, you know, your enemies. The +1, -1 matchmaking makes it so much easier because you're like, okay, instead of like 500 tanks you got to figure out, you know, you're figuring out a couple layout wise of their armor, so it just makes life so much easier.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
And I like the modeling. So like my shell, when I hit the tank, there's like visibly a hole in the tank.
Enemy tank destroyed. We're hit.
Shh, Nikes.
Sighted. Enemy tank destroyed.
Look at that. Big old giant hole on that sucker. And it's real time after each shot. So it's not like World of Tanks. You can actually see where your shot hit the hole on the tank. So it's like, okay, pen, I know. What were we on? Okay. Bum bum bum. Quick check. Okay, crew's all done. Firepower's done. Protection is done. So mobility. So we're working on mobility and then camouflage next. Okay. So let's take a look. So I've done 33 battles, 98 kills. My kills per battle are going up. I'm at 2.97. Accuracy fluctuating. I know I was shooting 91% on my tier 1, 97 on my tier 2, and I think it was 95 on my Lee. So my average damage has gone up. I think it was 600 and change. It's up to 746 now. Damage deflected 343. So that's kind of holding. The decorations, obviously, I know that's going to upgrade coming in later. Let's see, accuracy. So the accuracy on my M3 Lee and my Stewart's dropped because it was at 97 and 95. So I've lost about 2% on my tier 3 and tier 2 tank as far as accuracy, but it is what it is. Still shooting over 90%. So 9 out of 10 shots I'm hitting, so it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think there's anybody out there that can play about, 33 battles and then, look at their stats in watt and be like, oh yeah, I got like a 90, plus accuracy rating. So it is what it is. I mean, especially with the RNG, that seems to be a little bit more controlled and tamed in this game, which is good. So, again, for those of you that are looking at this game, are interested in it, want to check it out, the game's called Panzerkampf. The link to download the game is in the top in the chat. It is free to play. Download it, check it out, play it. Not that big of a file, easy to set up and get going. I highly recommend it. Like I said, it's free to play, so there's nothing for you to lose to try it out. So definitely do so. I know it looks like it's going to be available on Steam, but presently right now it is in beta, so do keep your expectations in check. It is a beta, so mind you, you might run across, some bugs in game. I know a lot of it's being addressed in their Discord right now. There is an upcoming patch that'll come out and resolve a lot of these minor issues. I haven't seen anything that's, game breaking or anything that's kind of like, to the point where it's not playable. I think the worst experience we've had is we've been locked up in the loading screen of a match, and you just Alt F4 the game, load back in, and pick a tank and slug away. But other than that, I haven't really noticed anything bug wise. So for a beta, that's pretty good. And if you've been watching, you've seen how this game is. And for a beta, I have to say I'm quite impressed. Quite impressed. So please check out this game. Download it, give it a shot. Jump in on their Discord and all that, and hey, let them know A2K told you, get the game, play it, try it out, and I sent you to the Discord, you know what I mean? Go in there, say hi, all that good stuff. Let them know A2K sent you. I am presently in discussions, or soon to be in discussions on hopefully becoming a CC for this game, a community contributor. For those of you that aren't familiar with the lingo, so hopefully, knock on wood, I'll be able to announce that I potentially could be the first Canadian CC to this game. So that would be an awesome thing. So we've built that bridge. So let's work on getting across there and checking that goal off the list for us. But hey, take the time, download it, play it, try it out. Even if you don't think it's your cup of tea, it's free to play, man. Just try it. You got nothing to lose. And who knows, you might enjoy it. You know what I mean? Especially if you've played World of Tanks before, or War Thunder or any other tank game, come and check this out. If you're not happy with those other games and you're just like, oh, I wish, I could play something like that, but, I just want to have fun. Come and check this game out. You'll have a blast. Trust me, I've played World of Tanks off and on since 2011, and I will have to say, this game, honestly, it's a breath of fresh air, and I'm glad it got made. I'm glad it's performing as well as it is. A lot better than I expected, to be honest. And it's fun. It's just fun. You literally go into battle and just blow some shit up. You know what I mean? It's good. Right? There's no drama, there's no stress, there's none of this, +2, -2, all the negative stuff that you have maybe with other games. Come in and give this a shot. You know what I mean? Who knows? It might invigorate your love for tank games again. You know what I mean? Or if anything, it might give you, kind of a different perspective on a tank game. And you're like, okay, yeah, I really like this from this game. I wish, this game, would do it. So, hey, maybe next time that you're playing, your OG game and you're like, and they give you a survey or they ask you or you have an opportunity to put forward an idea, you can go, well, like, hey, I really like this from Panzerkampf. I wish you guys would do this. You know what I mean? Hey, it's an ultimate compliment that you can play forward is, letting a dev know that, what, they're doing something right when they're doing it right. Because we all know when a game comes out and a game's trash or there's something that comes out that we don't like about a game, we're going to harp on them large. So if we're going to, put the boot in their butt when they get it wrong, give them that pat on the back when they're doing it right. And I will say, thus far, they seem to be firing on all cylinders here with this game, and it's good. There's other nations coming, the British tanks, the Japanese tanks are coming. I'm sure many, many more. But presently right now you have your German, Soviet, and US tanks. And, hey, sky's the limit. Give it a shot. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I think we started off 16, so we're already at 17 battles. Okay, so let's kick it off. We'll kick off at least another one. We'll go at least one more. So we're in tier 3s, and it's very easy to jump in. I know clans are coming, platoons are coming, and it is an 8-on-8 game, so the platoons will be duos. But if you're looking to kind of hop in with a buddy, it's very easy. Kind of, honestly, if you're in on a Discord call or you're yapping away on a Discord server or whatever have you, it's very easy to kind of, pick a tank, same tank. So like if you're all playing the M3 Lee, hop in and all hit battle at the same time, and I pretty much wager 98 to 99% of the time you're going to be in the same battle, if not all the time. It's very easy to matchmake. that way, you know, through countdowns.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
We're gonna bully this guy.
Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. We're hit. Target destroyed. We're hit. Enemy sighted. We're hit.
Now, mind you, folks, when you do get into the M3 Lee, if you, for those of you that have never played World of Tanks, it isn't like previous tanks where you can just turn a turret, aim and shoot. It's got very limited turret traverse, so you actually have to turn your tank. So you get a little bit of left to right movement, and then you're going to end up having to move your tank. So do keep that in mind. But what you give up in gun mobility, you know, as far as a turret, you make up in raw firepower.
We have conquered.
Because you do get that big gun there. As you can see, the front of my tank, they were really trying to pen. Look at that. We blocked 1400 damage. That's insane. That's insane. So we got the most damage, most kills, most deflected, most things. So we've done it all. We should get an award for that. But yeah, that'll show up. So all right, folks. Again, make sure you download the game. If you haven't yet, please click the link at the top of chat, get the game, download it, play it. It's free. It's fun. Just do it. Just do it. Don't make me bust out the Shia LaBeouf meme where I'm just like, just do it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just download the game. Have fun. You owe it to yourself. For those of you who haven't yet, please smash the follow button down below. Make sure your notifications are on. That way, hey, if we throw a stream up outside of our regular schedule, you'll know. And you can come in and hang out, say hi, regardless of what we're playing, and just kind of hang out, chillax, have a good time. And you never know. You know, hey, we could bring you something awesome like we did tonight. I know it wasn't expected, but hey, every once in a while we'll throw a monkey wrench in on plans, and you know, hopefully it's a pleasant surprise. And you know, I think tonight was so awesome sauce. But our schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't yet, our socials are up above, past streams and shorts that we clip through the stream. Funny things that happen, whether I get bing bonged or I'm doing the big bonging, you know, just funny, crazy hijinks. Our shorts are there on our YouTube. One of these up here, and obviously previous streams, if you've missed any, you know, I'm uploading them as quickly as I can. Unfortunately, due to audio, you know, YouTube, right? So, you know, it takes a while to get those thrown up. So, you know, we're just throwing them up as quickly as we can. You know, so that way you guys can get in and check those out. And thank you to everybody who has looked at the previous streams. Greatly appreciated. And hey, our X is up there. Give us a follow on X. All these things are free. It just gives you more A2K to check us out and say hi and all that good stuff. So please feel free to do it. It helps the stream grow. It helps us, move forward on our goals. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers. We're trying to get to, Twitter partner. These are a couple of our goals as we move forward. I know my 3-year Twitch anniversary is coming up in the next, I believe, 2 months and a bit. Anyhow, in the next month to 3 months, it's coming up. I'll have to get the exact date, and then we'll put that up and let everybody know. But our 3-year anniversary is coming up, so you'll want to, be around for that for sure. But in the meantime, it's been an honor and a privilege to have you guys here with me. I'm your host, A2Cade. I hope to see you guys back on the next one. In the meantime, we're going to go raid out. We're going to go see a buddy of mine, Captain Catastrophe, who is a CC of this game. Hopefully I will be following behind and becoming a CC as well. But he's also playing this game, so we're going to go raid him, say hello, give him all that love, all that good stuff, and let him know. He's also got the game link in posted, as well as the game's Discord link posted, so feel free. Stick around for the raid. You'll get extra channel points that you can use to bing bong us here at A2Cades and all the good stuff. Like I said, until the next time, thank you everybody for coming by. Couldn't do this without you. Hope to see you on the next one. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Rest up, and we will definitely catch you on the next one. Till then, A2Cade is out. Have a good one, folks.